Hello, hello everyone. This is Jennifer Sunseri and it is Fabulous Friday. I am here live with you on Facebook, or you are watching the replay later on Facebook or YouTube. Let me get my device going here so I can see comments and I can interact with you. Give me just a moment. All right. I'm a few minutes early. I am Jennifer Sunseri. I'm a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. I like to come on live and do demonstrations for you on Friday evenings at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm located in Elk Grove, California, which is close to Sacramento. If you are watching this video, would you please share the video and give me a thumbs up or a heart? That would be amazing. And then follow, you want to click the follow button on my business page where you are watching this video right now. Follow me so that you will get notifications. If you're watching my replay on YouTube, make sure that you hit follow there as well. All right. Also, if you see any products this evening that you like, you can get those in my online store. You can shop my online store at jennifersunseri.stampinup.net. All right. And I do have a host code for January. So if you want to place an order and it is under $150, please use this code. That way I get to claim the host rewards, and I use those for prizes and products in my classes. Hello, Holly. Happy Friday. And then also, if you would like to get emails, this is my business email. You may email me and say, add me to your distribution list, and I will gladly add you. I send out monthly newsletters, and then I do send out reminders for in-person classes, promotions, and sales that we have. So please make sure that you reach out to me either through email or give me a personal message here on Facebook, and I will add you to my email list. This is my calendar year for all of my in-person classes. The dates have already been set, so I'm going to leave that there if you want to take a screenshot. My next class is February 1st, and like I said, I'm located in Elk Grove, close to Sacramento. All right, I'm in between Sacramento and Galt. All righty. Tonight, I'm going to be making 3 cards, and right now we have a promotion as one of our best promotions of the year. It's called Sale-a-bration, and for every $60 that you spend, you get to pick a free item in this brochure. Now, last week I couldn't show it to you, but it is live now, and I get to show you all the things. So you get to pick kits, paper packs, stamp sets, embossing folders, stamp sets, more paper, stamp sets. Look at all these fun, free things that you get to claim for free with a $60 purchase. Now, this particular bundle I demoed last weekend, and it is with a $120 order. It's a stamp set and die. Hi, Mary Ellen. How are you? And then this one also is a $120 freebie that you get with your order. Okay. And then we do have a join special happening right now where our starter kit is actually on sale. You're getting more good stuff, which I'll explain at the end. All right, so if you do not have a demonstrator and you would like one, please let me know. I would love to give you free catalogs. All I ask is that you place an order with me within the next calendar year. This is our annual catalog, and it is still good till the beginning of May. And this cutie pie just went live last week. All right, so it's good through April. All right, tonight I'm going to play with 3 Sale-a-bration items. We're going to play with the Friendly Seagulls stamp set. We're going to add in some embellishments on some of our cards. This is the purple adhesive backed sequins. You get this freebie with a $60 order. You get this free with a $60 order. And I also used this embossing folder. It's called Starstruck embossing folder. This is a free gift with a $60 order. So you're going to see these items on some of my cards. Now I've also pulled a few other items, and I just want you to know what they are. So if you go, ooh, I like that. This paper is an online exclusive. It is not in a catalog. It is our Valentine paper, and it's off the top of my head. I can't remember what it is, but you'll look for this marbleized paper. On one side it's that, and then on the other side there's different prints. So I'm using that paper pack on one card. I'm using this paper pack on another card. It's called Friends of the Ocean. And you know, I'm not really into lobsters, but I am really thinking about using this this paper pack for my summer retreat. It is super fun and cheerful. And then another pack of paper that I'm using is Utterly Adorable. This is an online exclusive. And I made a card in my last in-person class using it. Okay. Let's get started. You guys are going to help me make my Valentine card for my husband tonight. Shh, don't tell. He's out of the house. He is working on some renovations with his brother. And so, he's not going to hear me. All right, I pulled some Poppy Parade cardstock. And I've already scored it. I see weird stuff in here. What is that? I already scored it, and then you may have just seen me burnish it. That way I get a nice crisp fold. All right, and then we've got a layer of thick white cardstock. I love thick white cardstock. All right, and then here is that Valentine marbleized paper, right? Well, I'm not using this beautiful side. I'm actually using this side, and I'm going to hold it up. I already ran it through that Starstruck embossing folder. Now look at that. Isn't that adorable? This would actually really be cute for 4th of July. I'm thinking now that I'm looking at it up close. Super cute. Okay, I went with this side for just a little bit more masculine option. Okay, I wanted it to be Valentine's, but I wanted it to not be so girly. Okay. So we're going to use my favorite adhesive. This is the Stampin' Seal Plus. I use this on all my card making. Okay. Today is Friday. I took my 5th graders out on a field trip. We went to the Consumes River Preserve. It's in Galt and I think a little bit of Walnut Grove. Out, way, way, way out. And we went to go look at the wintering birds. The sandhill cranes come and they hang out in Galt area and take a break. They, I guess, travel all over the world, and they are huge. Also, there's a whole bunch of different types of birds, just different migrating, wintering birds. There were snow geese, and there were white cranes, and I mean, we literally saw thousands and thousands of birds. And we're studying ecosystems right now in science, so it was pretty cool. Hi, Lori, how are you? Cold, snowy Ohio. Yikes! Okay, it's actually today, well, I will tell you, in the mornings, it's in the 30s. I haven't had frost on my car yet, but I think it was 38 or 39 this morning. And then we had a high of 63 later on in the day. So I bundle up get in the car and head out to work, and then have to peel off my layers because it gets too hot. Now, I stamped my images and I colored them in advance. All right. Look at that adorable seagull. Isn't he cute? He's kind of winking. And what's in his beak? French fries. Now, I think I told you the story last week that when my husband and I were dating, he loves trains, and we would go hang out at the train yard, and we'd get lunch, and sometimes it was Subway, sometimes it was a hamburger, you know. Well, when we would get hamburgers, he would throw French fries on top of the car hood, and all the seagulls would come onto the car. So this is going to be the perfect card for my husband. He will crack up. All right, now we are going to stamp the sentiment that says, I love you more. Let me grab my block. We're going to pop this cutie pie with some dimensionals. I want to make sure that my sentiment is not upside down. That would be horrible. All right. And you know what? I want to put that in the middle of my block because I don't want it to teeter. I'm looking at my block and I'm embarrassed because it's filthy. I need to run my blocks through the dishwasher. My goodness. Okay. We're going to stamp this, and I'm just using Tuxedo Black. We sell this black ink. Okay. And then, oh, I think I need to take my hoodie off. I'm getting a hot flash. Oh boy. I'm going to say, I love you more than, and then we're going to add French fries. And then I'll pull another stamp set that says Happy Valentine's Day and put that on the inside. All right, I got to take the hoodie off. Too hot. Hold on. I was freezing and now I'm getting hot. Story of my life, hot and cold, hot and cold. Okay. Stamp up those French fries. And we're going to put that right underneath. And with photopolymer stamps, like I've said before, I like to just give it some time to soak the ink into the paper. These are brand new stamps, and sometimes they have like a little bit of a film on them, and then you season them by using them, and but sometimes they don't always stamp clearly. You've got to get that film off. All right, these guys, these are the last bits of this sheet of my stamping dimensionals, and I don't ever waste them. I always use every little piece. So I am putting some dimensionals on here because I want my cute little seagull to have some dimension. He's got some character already. All right, sorry that my hands are in the way. I got to make sure that I'm not covering up my writing. There we go. And then we're going to add our French fries. But before I do that, I'm getting carried away. I need to add some sand. Now there's a little stamp that's got some sand. It could be bubbles, but it kind of looks like sand grains also. So let me grab, let's see if I have a smaller block that I could use. Okay, so I have a little bit more control. We actually discontinued this size and I love it. All right, and I am pulling my crumb cake ink pad. I'm going to put my French fries over there so we don't lose them. And we're going to add some sand to our card, or to this little piece that we're using. Okay, cuteness. All right, when you start to think, okay, maybe I should stop, that's when you should stop. I know, I use that size block like all the time. All the time, because we have little stamps. And I love it. I'm thinking I should have made another little French fry. But it's okay. Oh, that's too big. Let's go with some smaller guys here. Oh, I'm going to go get my nails done on Monday. What color do you guys think I should go get my nails done? I'm thinking like a rosy pink color. I've had red now for a while. I think most of the month of December I've had red. I don't wear red a lot. I usually wear red at Christmas time and the 4th of July. Or sometimes I do like a pretty blue during the 4th of July. It always looks good, and then when I put it on, I'm like, I don't know that I like that on me. Okay. I think that's so adorable. And then we are going to put, where'd it go? I've got some linen thread. And I think that I've already adhered this. So I was going to do a wraparound. And I don't know that I can do that now. So we might just do a little bow right here. Brand new roll. Where is the end? There, I think that, there it is. Okay. Let's pop this up too. What do you guys think? Is it in a cute little card? Not too crazy. I was trying to come up with something a little more masculine for my hubby. There we go. Now, like I said, I've got 3 cards, and each one is really different from the other, just very different color schemes. And then you guys can tell me which one you think is your favorite. I didn't do any fun folds tonight. And my brain is kind of shot after doing the field trip today. Field trips, you know, I'm always like on alert just to make sure that nobody's getting hurt, and then I come back with the same amount of kids that I left school with. So it just takes a lot out of me. And so I'm tired, and I didn't get too creative tonight. All right, now my customers always say, how do you tie your bows? Now, a lot of people use a bow builder tool thingy bobber. I don't know what they're called. I don't. I use my fingers. And so, and I also have an issue with baker's twine or linen thread. I don't like these thin, wimpy bows, okay? So I usually double up my linen thread. Now, I'm using 2 fingers, and I'm just wrapping loops around my fingers, okay? And then I cut it. Oops. And these are the loops. Then I'm going to cut another piece, but see, it's already crossing because it's a brand new spool. So I'm just going to pinch it in the middle. Okay. Now I don't have a buddy here to help me, and that's okay. I've gotten pretty good at this, but if you have a buddy, you might ask your friend to help you. Now I just cut off another piece. So I'm holding this, I'm not going to let it go. And I've got another piece in my hand. And I just put it underneath there. I'm holding it. And I'm going to bring these tails, I'm going to hold those down so they don't get in the way. You've got to have very flexible fingers. And then I'm going to slip that under. Whoops, slip that under, and I'm going to pull it. I'm going to use my teeth because I don't have a friend right now. And then I'm just going to fix it so that it's in the center, pull it, and I might do another one just to make sure, because I would never want my bow to come undone on a card. That would be horrific. Horrific. All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to take those, I want to say legs, but they're not legs, ends of my bow, okay, and I'm bringing them forward, and we'll just give them a little trim, a little haircut. Okay, I'm just kind of playing with them to get them to lay right, and when I like the length, I'm just going to hold it and then snip those pieces off. They go in the garbage. All right, so there is my doubled linen thread bow, and I feel like you see it better. And so that's what I do. And I know that some people use forks. I don't know how they do that. Some people, that's too big. I need a smaller. These little glue dots come in our kits, and I save these for linen thread bows. I don't use these for my other bows. I use glue dots, but I will use these for baker's twine or linen thread because they're smaller. Okay, so I always save these for my paper pumpkin kits or our kits collection, and I use them on this type of product because it's smaller and it doesn't show. If I can get the dot off. I'm trying to, did it go off? I can't see. Nope, it didn't even get on there. What's the problem here? I'm gonna grab another one. Although it's sticky, it's sticking to my nail. We'll try it again. It might be that it's cold. Have you ever found that your adhesives don't work sometimes because they're cold? There it is. I had to warm it up. Haven't been using my heater because it's not really been that cold. And oh my gosh, we had such a hot summer that we were running our air conditioner a lot. All right, now I just had an idea, so I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to color the sand with my Wink of Stella because when you look at sand, it has sparkles in it, right? Have you ever seen little sparkles in sand? I have. Let me test this one. This one's like almost gone. Let me grab another one. Thanks, Holly. I enjoy. I think this is my newer one. It looks newer. Yep. Okay, so Wink of Stella is a glitter pen. All right. It's got a solution, and then there's this really pretty iridescent glitter, and we call it Wink of Stella. It's another product that we carry. This was actually the first thing that I bought at a Stampin' Up! Party, was the Wink of Stella pen. I love sparkle. I love bling. And I thought this is such an easy thing to use and add to my card making. I'm just dabbing. And I let that ink dry because if you use this on wet ink, it will smear and not look as defined. All right, now I'm going to hold that up and you guys can see the little sparkles. Let's see. Do you see the sparkles? Isn't that cute? It just adds a little bit of specialness. Now, you'll also notice that when I colored my seagull, I did use stamping blends. I colored them in advance just to save some time. You guys don't want to watch me color, but I'm going to tell you the colors that I used. Okay, so I used, obviously this is white, so I didn't do anything there. And he has a little stripe here, so I actually used my light smoky slate. Now you could use Stampin' Right markers for this. I didn't really do any blending. The only thing is with our stamping blends, we have a light and a dark. And so sometimes I don't always get the shade that I want when I use my Stampin' Right markers. So that's why I went for these. So I went with a light smoky slate. So that's that little stripe right there. And then I pulled the light basic black. And that's the part that I used on the tips of the wings. okay? And then I used a light peach pie, and that is the beak and the feet. You could use pumpkin pie, but this was a little bit lighter. And then I used the dark lemon lolly. I used that for the French fries. And then for my little fry container, I used a light crumb cake. And then what I did was I outlined both images with my light, I think this is light, oh, I used dark pool party, okay? And that way, you can kind of see them better instead of it being white. It's like a shadow. Now, if you don't like that, you can just leave it blank. You don't have to do that part, but that's how I did my coloring, okay? All right, so that is my husband's Valentine card. Now I had some, I was gonna see if I wanted to put some embellishments on it. Oh yeah, we were gonna use these guys. So I'm gonna add in some of these white ones because I'm gonna make it look like sand dollars or shells. Okay, so this is another freebie that you get with a $60 order. You get a whole pack of these embellishments, and they actually match a pack of paper that you get for free. But there are 4 colors. Do they tell you? No, they don't tell you. But I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use my U-Pick tool. I like to use the sharp end, and we're just going to add a couple of those in there in the sand to make it look like shells. Okay, and I like odd numbers. That's aesthetically more pleasing to the eye. So I just put 3 of them in there. I'm going to hold that up so you guys can see that. And then that adds a little bit more sparkle too. So it's a plain card, but it does have some little personal touches and bling to it. Okay? So that's card number 1. All right. Thanks, Holly. I'm so glad you like it. All right, now, remember I said I was going to use the Utterly Adorable Designer Series paper. So that's what this is. One side has these adorable otters. It is a really cute pack of paper. This side made me think of like pebbles in the sand. And so I pulled a Pebbled Path cardstock for the card base. I pulled Pretty Peacock and I ran that through the Wave embossing folder. And then I have Petal Pink and I have the Pretty DSP. Okay, now, so you guys know what the dimensions are, I'll tell you. So the Petal Pink is 4.5 by 3.5. 4.5 by 3.5, okay? And then this is 1/4 inch smaller, so it's 4.25 by 3.25. So we're going to put these guys together. Let me move so you guys can see here. All right. If you're watching tonight and you have not commented, please say hello. I would love to see who's here and who's watching. And something new that I'm going to try, I might, what I'm going to try and do is do a random comment. I'm going to pull a random comment app, and then somebody who comments tonight will actually get a card mailed to them as my thank you. So you'll want to be commenting because you might get a card in the mail. I will message you and ask for your mailing address. So that's kind of fun. A little incentive to get you to participate. All right, so you can see the waves. And we're going to put that on here. Hi, Amy. All right, Amy is one of my crafty friends at church. Okay. Then I think we're going to do our wraparound on this piece with that linen thread. Let's see if I can get my fingers to work. I got to move this out of the way. All right. I think I need to sit because I'm standing, and because I wanted to see better what you guys are seeing, but I'm just going to keep looking over at my device. All right. So when I do a wraparound, there's so many things that you can do. Like sometimes when people have ribbon and it's thicker ribbon, I was thinking about using this one, and I might still. You guys can tell me what you think. This is the Pretty Peacock and Gold ribbon. Okay, and it does show up better. Let me move this so you guys can see. So you can do a wraparound, and my little cheat is I cut a strip, and then I just adhere that part so I'm not using ribbon around the whole card. And then I put some underneath and do a little tie. So we could use this ribbon, or I could use the linen thread, which actually doesn't really show up very well because this is a very busy patterned paper. So why don't you tell me in the comments which one you think we should use? While you do that, I'm going to start getting my little seagull kiddo here ready to go, okay? Pulling in that crumb cake, and we're going to add in some sand again. I'm not going to put him down yet. Amy says ribbon, Holly says ribbon. Oh, and you know what? I was going to try something else. And if we don't like it, then I have an extra die. But I was going to take a blending brush, and I was going to rub some crumb cake on there. And I need a little, I'm going to use the back of my paper. I always save these because let's put the other side so it's not distracting you guys. Now this is glass and it wipes off, but I don't want to get it on my project. So I'm just going to put a little bit of color on there, and I think I need a little more. So this is another technique and a little tool that you can use. These are a lot of fun. Blending brushes are super fun. I've been using them a lot lately. Okay, so I'm just adding some very subtle color on top of the stamped images to kind of make it look more sandy. You guys like that? All right, so I saw 2 votes for ribbon. Okay, so I think we'll use ribbon. All right, and then we've got our little cutie pie, and I'm going to put a different sentiment on this one. I think I'm going to say, hey, friend. Hey, friend. And let's add in some little birds in the background. Okay, so we're going to take the sand off, and we're going to put it back over here so we don't lose it. Because if this gets, I need a bigger block. If this gets on the carpet, I'm done for. All right, we've got to make sure that the birds are going in the right direction. All right, and let's put some birds in the corner there. I think I should have done my sentiment first now that I'm thinking about it, but that's okay. We'll make it work. All right. All right, Holly says she likes the blending brush technique. I think it's pretty cool. Instead of just the stamped sand. That works. That works. Okay, let's pop him up, or her. whichever. Could be a boy or a girl. And I think I need a little bit more on that side, just so it's not teetering. I might be overdoing it, but that's okay. All right, put those in the garbage so they don't end up on the cat. Seriously, they end up on my kitty, on their tail, and all sorts of places. All right, and then I think we should add in some more little sequin shells. Oh, I just noticed there's a big and a small. I didn't even notice that. So we'll add in one there, and we'll put a smaller one in. And we'll do a small one over here. Okay. And I'm adding ribbon to this. Okay, now I'm going to move this because it's slipping and sliding and I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to cover my ink so nothing falls in the ink pad. And we're going to pop this up. I kind of feel like I need a little bit of blue for the sky. What do you guys think? Let me grab another brush. And I don't have any blue on this paper, so I don't want it to clash. What do you guys think? What color could I use? Let's see. I could go a little light, although I think my pretty peacock is downstairs. If I go with balmy blue, I don't know if it's going to match. Seagulls do love shiny things. I could do a little pool party up there because I've got a little pool party there. Let me see if I've got pool party close by. I have been prepping for my stamping retreat, and then I have my class stuff set up. So I don't know. There's some things that are downstairs that are not here with me, which I don't see. All right, I'm going to just balmy blue. Holly says go ahead for the balmy blue. Where did I put it? I just had it. I put it back. Here it is. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. I wanted to kind of keep in the family of colors that we were doing, but I think it'll work. We'll see. We'll test it. All right, we're just gonna go ever so lightly, not really dark. Just add a little bit of blue sky. Can you guys see it? Just really light. There. It actually kind of looks like pool party because I went super light. I like that instead of just having it all white. I'll hold it up so you guys can see. Can you see the little faint bit of blue right there? Okay. Now we got our ribbons. We got to decide where the ribbon's going to go. Do we just want to do a little tie back like this and then do a little knot or a little bow? I think so. Okay. So this is my way of conserving ribbon. Kind of helps it last a little bit longer. So you get a little bit more out of your spool. That looks straight. Okay, yep, a little trick. And then I kind of have to see where we're going to put our tie or our knot. if I go underneath here, okay, take that off. I'm standing back up again so I can see. Sometimes I can't see and I have to stand. Do you guys stand when you're crafting, or do you sit when you're crafting? So I'm not doing a bow on this one. I'm just doing a little knotted it's just a little knot. Okay. And then I got to move it over. I was trying to move the whole thing over because I forgot, oh yeah, I did my little trick. There we go. There we go. And it doesn't have to be centered. It can be more towards the left. That's okay. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying this. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's always kind of a bummer when you go live and then nobody's there watching and you're talking to yourself. So thank you for spending a little bit of your Friday evening with me. If you haven't done it already, I'd really appreciate you sharing the video so that more people will, will find me. Okay. I do too. I kind of like it towards the left, but I'm going to do it this way so I can use my eyes to make sure I've got a little bit on the top and the bottom and it's the same, kind of the same. All right. I'm liking this card, you guys. It's looking really cute. I didn't know that I liked that paper, but it does remind me of like pebbles and sand grains. Okay. I gotta sit back down. Woo! Oops. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of dry embossing. We've got some blending brush on here. And you guys learned a new little way of tying the ribbon. I'm going to move that sequin because we don't really get to see it. The little tie is hiding it. So I'm going to move that sequin, which we can do with our U-pick tool. We'll just move our little faux shell right there, I think, and move this one over a little bit. Just going underneath the adhesive, and it comes up and goes right back down. All right, there's our card. Card number 2. Super cute, huh? Now I need to add in a little bit of that whimsical on my sand, like we did on the last card. So we have a little more sparkle. Let me get this, let me squeeze it a little bit. Always squeeze on a piece of scratch paper so you don't, oh, I was using the one that was half dead, so you don't, I need to throw that guy away. I always think, oh, I could get a little bit more out of it, but I think it's pretty dead. All right, this one works a lot better. And then we got the sparkles in the sand. There we go. All right. And you can see a little bit of shimmer and sparkle. All right, so that's card number 2. All right, now card number 3. I thought this one might be my favorite because of the colors. We've got, look at this paper. This is that lobster paper I was showing you. I'm looking at this pack of paper, and I love the colors in this paper. I'm not a huge lobster person, but the colors are just so awesome in this pack of paper. So I picked starfish. Okay, this side just has some stripes. and I pulled a piece of pumpkin pie to make a layer. So let's put those two down. And we've got crumb cake. I think I said that already, but I need to burnish my fold there so it actually lays flat. And this is a non-directional, like it doesn't matter which way you use it. The starfish are going to be the same. Some paper is directional and some isn't, so it doesn't matter on this piece. Just pay attention to your paper. You know, you don't want your flowers growing upside down. But these are starfish and they are symmetrical, I guess. They are the same no matter which way I move it. And then I have another strip, and it's the same dimensions as my other. Now I could have saved some paper, I could have cut this, but I didn't do it. And I could actually bring it up a little bit if I want to. So those are some options. I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it down here like my original plan. Okay. It had pretty coral on the other side. I mean, that is just gorgeous paper. I didn't know if I was going to like that pack of paper because I love paper. It helps make the cards just really fun, you know. I need a little bit of glue right there because I think my paper got bent on the end. And there's my fold. I want to make sure this is going to be a horizontal card. I've got some glitter from something. All right, and then we've got a couple pieces here. So we've got, this is Coastal Cabana, and I've got it on some pumpkin pie, and I ran it through the wave embossing folder again, bringing in that oceany theme. But before I put it down, I cut another piece, and it's the same size, but we are going to tear and make it the sand. So this is going to be the water in the background and then the sand. All right, so I'm just going to tear it. This is something that I don't do a lot because I never get it to really look the way I want. So let's see. And I don't know that I want it that high. I don't know. I think let's tear a little bit more off. Because I don't want to cover up the embossing. And that's too straight, so we need to tear a little. We need some dips and valleys here. I think that looks better. And then I'm going to stamp our sand again. Let me find our sand. Look at that. This is definitely I think it looks very summery. Very summery, these colors. So this is just a different technique. You can do torn paper. I don't know that I'm going to use the blending brush on this. I don't think we need to. Okay. And let's adhere that to our waves. Make sure that's centered there. And we want to make sure it's all the way at the very end. Okay. And then we've got our squawking seagulls. I think he's going to go this way because he's going to be yelling something. See how his mouth is open? And then we'll put this one here. So I think we'll do it like that. So this stamp set, like I said, the seagulls are a free gift with a $60 purchase. You can place the order yourself. You can go in with a friend and then share the free gift. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. But the seagulls are a Sale-a-bration freebie, as well as the Starburst embossing folder that I used on the first card, and these sequins. So all of those are different, 3 different Sale-a-bration gifts with a $60 order. You get to pick what you like. There's actually, I think, 12 to choose from in the brochure. Lots of choices. And you have all of January and February. Now, I do believe they are while supplies last. They might run out of one of the Sale-a-bration free gifts. That has happened from time to time. So just be aware that they could run out of the thing that you've been eyeing, and so you don't want to wait too long to place your order. Okay? And then let's put this on our orange mat. Just look at that. Their beaks really pop with the orange mat. Isn't that cute? And I think let's do a couple layers of this on there too. Am I going to be able to do that? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap it and then do a bow on top. Let's see what I can do here. I think I want to do a little bit longer of a tie. I need a little bit more. That's pretty good. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3. And so I'm just kind of pinching up all the layers. And I'm going to use my U-pick tool to help me bring that piece through because my fingers are too fat. Now don't worry that they're not like all perfect. It's okay. It's kind of the look we're going for. We're going to move them a little bit. So I'm just going to use my finger nail and kind of spread these apart like that, and then do the same over here on this side like that. And then I need a little bow, but you know I don't like wimpy linen thread bows. So let me see if I can do a little one. But then I'm going to be wasting all that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to cut some of this off, and let's see if we can make our loops and make it work. Whew. see. I could really use a buddy's finger right now. All right, I'm holding those down and I'm going to try to get that to go through. I'm going to have to use my teeth. Did I do it? Kind of, sort of. Those tails are kind of funky. And I think I need to pull that down or trim it. Let's see. Doesn't want to. There we go. I think I made that harder than it needed to be, but sometimes that's the way my brain works. All right. It'll work. And then what I'll do is I'll lay something heavy on that and make it stick down. Okay, enough fussing with that. And I'm just putting my, this is such strong adhesive that I was able to go right over the linen thread with it. Let's put a little bit on top of this. And it was okay. So this is a square, so that means that all the sides are equal when I was cutting the paper. I didn't measure it for you guys, I'm sorry. It's a 3 1/4 orange, and then the cinder one is a 3-inch. Okay, so that's going to go this way. And we're going to pop that up. Make sure that everything's pressed down really good. Oh, you like the bow. Okay, good. I was like, oh, it looks a little messy, but I hate to be wasteful, you know, but I like the wraparound also on it because it kind of adds to the sand as a nice little feature there. A little tweaky. Like, I don't know if it's my best, but it'll have to do. And then notice I don't do adhesive all the way around. I just do it on the corners because this is really strong adhesive. You do not need to go adhesive happy. You don't need to go crazy with the adhesive. Okay. Now we're going to have him yelling something because he's kind of squawking, right? You can hear him. So let me see what we've got. No, we're not going to say I love you more than chips. We're not going to say that. What else do we have? What does this say? French fries. We don't want to say French fries because I said that on the last one. I think I'm going to take the hey friend. Where did my hey friend go? Here's my hey friend. And I think we'll just have him yell, hey friend, or we could say, hey, hey. What do you guys want him to say? Hey friend or hey, hey. Is he going to be a little obnoxious or is he going to be kind of nice? You guys tell me. What do you think? Is he going to say, hey, hey, or is he going to say, hey friend? While you figure it out, I'm going to put some shells in the sand. Holly says he's a nice seagull. Sherry says obnoxious, shouting it out. That's what I was kind of thinking. He looks a little obnoxious. All right. So this is what I do sometimes. This is another little tip, but we don't want the sides that have stamping or week of Stella. We're going to stamp this and then you cut the part that you need it to be. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I am just going to cut the hay. Now I don't want it to have too much paper on the top. I'm just using my paper snips. I love my paper snips. I should have had it on a piece of, I need some colored cardstock, I think. Or I should have moved him over a little bit. So, a little tip, don't do what I do. Put your sentiments down first and then build your scene around it. Oop! We threw our hay in the water. Okay. All right. Ooh, it's flying away. The Stampin' Seal Plus or Stampin' Seal adhesive, they come out in these long little strips, and you just, sometimes if your paper or your piece is a little bit smaller, not as wide, you just have to kind of curl it over so that we don't see it. Or you could use liquid glue, but you know how I am with liquid glue. So. Stinkin' cute. What do you guys think? Stinkin' cute. All right, now where did my, here it is. Let's add a little more sparkle into our sand. It dries clear, and as long as your ink is dry, it won't smear the ink. If your ink is still wet, then forget it. It'll smear it. Just paint it on like a paintbrush. And I don't even have to squeeze it. It's got enough on the tip of the brush that you don't need to squeeze it. Okay, oopsie, oopsie. That is our third card. You can see the shimmering sand. Stinking cute, isn't it? All right, so that's card number 3. This was card number 2. Is there a way to revive the Wink of Stella? That's a great question. I have not found any ways. Like once the stuff runs out, it runs out, because you've got a barrel in here, and I can see the solution in there. With the glitter, and I think there's no way to refill them. I throw mine in the recycle. I don't know if they really get recycled or not, but oh, Holly, you said add alcohol to it, but where do you add the alcohol? Like, oh, I guess I don't want it to come all crazy. I guess if you unscrew this, somehow maybe if you pull this up, you can put a little bit of rubbing alcohol and get more of the glitter out. I'll have to try that with my half dead one and see if that works. Okay, so these are my 3 cards. Which one is your favorite? Tell me in the comments which ones you like the best. They're all a little bit different. Valentine-y, subtle colors, very bright and cheerful. I hope you like it. We did a little bit of blending brush on this one. We did some torn paper on this one. I showed you the tip with the wraparound to save your ribbon, and you got a different technique with the linen thread here, and I taught you how to do double bows with linen thread on this one. Amy loves the bright one. I know, now that I'm done with these, I feel like I need to go back and do something more with this one. It's a little bit too plain. Amy likes the bright one. Well, I really appreciate you guys joining me this evening. Please make sure that you've shared the video. I would really appreciate that. And again, make sure that you are following my business page. You want to click that follow button so that you get notifications whenever I go live. All right. Now, if there's any of the products that you absolutely fell in love with tonight, and you would like to purchase them, you can shop in my online store, and it's open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just make an account for yourself. And so just go to jennifersinceri.stampinup.net, and that's my online store. You can buy any of the products that you see tonight in the online store. And this is the time. You have all of January and February to earn the Sale-a-bration freebies. So this stamp set is a free gift with a $60 order. And then the sequins that we used tonight, that was another gift with a $60 order. And then this embossing folder that I used on the first card to give it that starburst effect. That was a Sale-a-bration freebie. Thank you, Amy. Amy says I don't need to add anything to the red card. It's just a little bit more simple. Yeah, it doesn't have to be too complex. And it does have the sand and the sequins on it, so it kind of, once you look at it up close, it is pretty cute. That's my husband's Valentine card. All right, guys. Thank you again. I hope you have a great weekend. Tomorrow, let's see, what am I doing tomorrow? I'm going to sleep in, first of all. I have been really tired. I have not been wanting to get up at 5 o'clock. And so I'm going to sleep in. And then I need to take my Christmas tree down. I'm embarrassed to say that it is not down yet. So that's the first job, is take the Christmas tree down. And I'm going to put my winter decorations up. And then I am going to finish prepping for my stamp retreat. I'm almost done. That's next weekend, next Saturday. And I have a team meeting this Sunday in the afternoon, so I have a couple things to do for that. So it's going to be a busy weekend, but not too bad. All right, everyone, enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for hopping on, and I appreciate all the love, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.